Come on, Tyler.
All right, one sec. Gotta mute your stream. Gotta add your tag into my stream. I think you're muted, so you know.
Yeah, there we go.
There you go.
All right, Tyler. What's up, man? You gonna match me on the 20x donations?
I'm not doing 20x. You're crazy. I'm all about stable mental health when it comes to investing. Okay.
Why?
Why?
That's no fun.
Well, I say that while I'm trading options all day. But
well, I just had to do it because I saw Andrew do it the other day, but he was doing 1/10, which doesn't make sense to me, but whatever.
No comment. Like I'll try to withhold myself and not say things too. When I'm on my stream, there's no rules, but I'll respect other people's streams.
I think you're loud enough. Hold on.
People on the stream, they like your content though. They've been asking for more. I'm like, he has his own stream. You can go check it out if you want, guys. But one sec.
Dude, some of the comments on that video are quite funny. Or they're pretty hilarious. People are like so bent out of shape about it. Just it's insane. The dislike ratio is pretty bad so far. Yeah, you're right. The trolls are coming in.
You were in the stream, I think, when I was watching it, but I don't even care if I get demonetized on the streams. But
oh, you won't, because I'd have to report it.
Oh, I didn't know that. But yeah. They I was like, yeah, just forward thinking next time. Say it's a joke within the first 3 minutes, because the trolls
not funny.
The trolls only watch 30 seconds and then you're toast.
They probably just look at the title and they're like, dislike.
Dude, really, I mean, like, honestly, you'd be surprised. People are crazy.
It's also, I posted on stock twits, so that was a mistake too.
I think he stock twits for like 2 minutes, and then like I got a brain aneurysm from reading some of the comments. I was like, dude, I'm out of here.
It's quite funny, dude. The stock twits is hilarious sometimes. So what do you a big believer in AMC? You're a big long game?
No, so I think people they hear what they want to hear when they listen to me, which is perfectly fine. But I think like long term, like if you really look at, if we sit here and we talk about AMC, it's like if we sit here and really talk about the valuation of the company, are we seriously saying that it's worth that, like just a straight value, not what it's gonna, if it's gonna move with manipulation? It's not the question. Is the value of AMC of a company as a company worth $20?
But it's not going to be worth $20.
I agree. Could it move up crazy? Yes. But is it telling people that even without the short squeeze, even without a manipulated move or any type of movement like that, it's worth that much? I think that's absolute craziness to say out loud, because it's been on a downtrend since 2017. But no one's really talking about that.
Well, it's kind of, well, first of all, it's free marketing. Second of all, I think that nobody's really going to sell. I don't know. I feel like it has just so much volume that it could hold. In a, above $7 range.
It could.
In the next 3 months or so.
I don't think it goes to $2. I think those $2, that's crazy. I don't think that's a target. That's absurd. But what I'm saying is like, using... I get you can't use too much logic when you're trading AMC. I understand that. But
well, you also shouldn't go 100% in AMC.
Yeah, I think like reinforcing the opinion of like this is like a all-in type play. That's just absurd. That's like, what are we talking about? Like, there's so many good plays. Like, you talk about Palantir a lot. Like, Palantir's, I talk about it a lot, but it's just like people don't want to hear about the high value plays. You know what I mean? But like, I like that people are still, like a handful of people are still talking about, actual long-term plays. Very few people, but it is what it is. I understand though. I mean, people are getting paid good money from YouTube right now.
Not me.
Hey, and that's the way the algo works. If you only make videos on AMC, the algo definitely does promote you more. And I've done
most definitely.
I've done some tests on this. I'm like, okay, but like whatever. I understand. In a few months,
I made good money in in the end of January, early February. But ever since then, it's not. I mean, it's been the same as January, I guess,
You're
the
not
month of January. But it shouldn't be because my subscribers are double,
Well, the
so it doesn't
subscribers
make
want to
sense.
hear. They want to hear one thing and one thing only, and that's AMC to the moon.
Yeah,
That's all they want to hear.
I do my fair share of AMC.
Oh no, I do too. I 100%. But I mean, I think there's a different level of content. I'm not saying that me or you are better than anyone or that I'm better than anyone. It's not what I'm saying. I think that, for example, Rosh Capital. I probably mispronouncing his name. You know what I'm talking about? The guy,
Wrench Capital.
whatever's Rosh Wrench, whatever his name is. I don't even watch him, but it's primarily just technical analysis. You know what I mean? He's not telling you you're going to a certain range. He's not. It's like he's not just promoting manipulation. And I think that's like where we're getting to the point where like you can't just scream manipulation every time. Like, is AMC going down today because of manipulation, or is it going down because the CEO said he wants investors to vote on the dilution? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. That's
Yeah.
just scary.
Well, I think a lot of people have come aware to it. I guess I don't know that it's not always manipulation, but there's definitely a few people that are not shying away from the truth. I don't know.
I mean, there's like 300,000 people on YouTube right now that are saying every move down is You'd be surprised every video I post if we have a downtrend, like, guys, just relax. It's manipulation. We'll bounce back. I'm like, that's a dangerous thought process to have. But
Well, it's promoted by a few people that I could name off.
yeah.
But
So what do you have any buys you bought today? Any big buys? I'm sure the stream wants to hear if you had any
big buys.
or anything you're playing heavily on this move.
Well, I just sold off everything.
Or you just sold? Do you think we're gonna come down on Monday?
No, I don't trade
Yeah, you're
stocks
short,
like
short term. Yeah. Yep.
yeah. I have stocks in my portfolio that are just long, which is actually my portfolio is doing amazing today. Up a point and 3/4, which is good. But that's over 58 stocks. So, but I did invest in a bunch of short term stuff on Tuesday morning. That was Gevo, Neo, Tesla, CCIV, Palantir, I said Gevo, and that's about it. And Riot.
It's a dead channel.
I just sold all
Hey
those
guys, we're
this
just doing
morning
a stream with Belmont, so just so you guys
popped
know.
off.
If you have any stocks you want me to talk
Gevo, I
about,
made
I'll
like
talk about it with them.
12%
know.
or something.
Pretty simple.
know.
It's if we only
pretty
apes,
good.
we all came together. Sorry. What do you think about
You're-
Root?
you're ch-
What do you think about Root?
you're-
I'm curious.
I saw you chat in my chat. Root is good. That's Andrew Left's play. He said it's the best company in the world.
He was
Sits
a
on
little bit.
research.
He's taking some tips from some YouTubers, but
Well, it's heavily shorted and it popped up. I just don't think it has the volume to drive it very high. I don't know. It's decent.
I like their business model a lot. Big fan of their business model. They're
doing car
piss-
insurance, aren't they?
piss poor at execution. Yes, but they're moving into renters and homeowners. Similar business model to Lemonade, except their pivot point into the market is with their car insurance because they're kind of attacking this Me Too movement crap. But not that Me Too movement's bad, people. Don't attack me. But I'm just saying that's where their kind of market entry is with their, because the way they quote you is through their like patented software apparently that you take like a driving test on their app. I don't know how it works. I'm interested to see how
It's just
works.
like you put your phone on the dashboard and it tells you if you're a good driver or not.
I guess it clocks your speed and how long you take to do it, and it affects the way your rate is. But a lot of people from the channel actually have used their insurance and have really great experience with them. But that pivot point's really big, and I think the growth lies in if they really soak up the millennial crowd, then that would move right over into renters insurance because most millennials and young adults right now are living in apartments and use renters insurance.
Are they paying rent though?
Oh yeah, right now are they paying rent? That's the $1 million question with them. Yeah, that no one's talking about.
Yeah, that's
That is the $1 million.
I don't know, because like I've heard like they're not paying it, but they're gonna have to pay. And I'm like, who's gonna hold them accountable? Because I don't know. That's a deep dive question that we got to not talk about. Hopefully, Meat Kevin isn't getting screwed by it.
Right?
Rental properties are good though. But what's up with oil today? UCO
Um,
is up almost 5% now.
man, I got a whole bunch of. I don't know if you follow First Squawk. That's probably like my favorite Twitter that I follow.
It's in our Discord. It's automatically posted. Yeah.
I know they had a whole bunch of Saudi energy stuff going on today.
The Saudis, nice,
It's,
big money coming in.
So they cut oil, and then I was thinking all throughout the day. Because U.S. oil, that's what I used for when I was trading futures. That's usually West Texas. They were dumping this morning, and then they started rocketing back up. And then once they got above the monthly level, that's when I started entering this position. And then OPEC reached a deal on a gradual output increase. But that's from May, so we'll see when that happens. But oil's doing really well. Zom's been the play though. I've been waiting for them to kind of get some support, and they're finally getting it. I think they could reach back to the $60 levels. We'll see. Maybe it's too optimistic.
Saudi energy minister says voluntary Saudi oil cuts will be eased by 250,000, 350,000, 400,000 in May through July. Interesting. Did you watch the Biden speech yesterday?
I don't think you want me to talk about politics on the channel, but I did not watch it. I looked at the infrastructure plan and some details of it. I do think there's a lot of room for stocks to go up based on some of it. I don't think it's going to get passed, though. I don't think there's any
Mitch
way.
McConnell says it's gonna.
Mitch McConnell just said he doesn't think it's likely that it goes past the Republicans.
Oh, maybe
US
I read it wrong.
He said will not get support from. It's possible. It's possible. They're just gonna need a full Democratic, landslide on their side, which again is possible. But
He's really been pumping unions, though. It's funny.
we're going back in time right now. I heard Amazon's trying to get like this union play, which not them as a company, but all their workers are, which that could really screw that company. That could be bad.
Amazon?
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff going on. I think it's maybe Alabama. I don't know. I know I'm talking about these
Oh.
like, southern states, and they're
Well.
because apparently they've already done it in Italy, and then, man, what's the other state? Let me look it up real quick.
That's just for like their warehouse guys and
Yeah,
fulfillment probably, but
they're growing
those
massive
guys-
though. They are growing massively.
how can they unionize when it's all?
Dude,
I don't think unions know how Amazon works in that aspect.
that's what I'm saying. That's what I don't get how they can union.
Because
That's why I haven't
it's
looked into it.
when you work in the fulfillment center, it's all based on your app. You get an app, and then you decide where you want to go and the pay that you want. It fluctuates based on the time. Every 15 minutes, it fluctuates. So it's like, it just depends on when you want to work and how much you want to make. I don't know how you could unionize that.
They pay really good though. Yeah, someone in the chat saying that they pay like 15 an hour, which is
up here in Washington, they pay like 25.
Yeah, I mean, that's really good.
That's pretty good. Anybody can get a fulfillment center job.
Like
really,
super
I think it's
cheap.
pretty easy.
I mean, super good pricing like for workers. I mean, that's way above minimum wage down here, 100%. It's like almost double.
It's double minimum wage up here. Yeah.
That's absurd. So I don't really get why they would want to, but I mean, maybe their health plan isn't. I don't know. I haven't looked into that stuff too much, but overall, I don't think people are looking at it. Now, maybe in foreign countries it's different. Like I would suspect in other countries it's different because they probably don't have the same laws as the U.S. But who knows?
Jonathan, thanks for the $5 dono. So we're at $6,000 now in AMC. You gonna match it?
Dude, there's no way in the world that I match $6. I will never match a stock play on that.
It's just a stock play. It's a great play. I'm gonna make a ton of money. I'm gonna prove you wrong.
And the question is where do we? I think AMC could go if we get the consolidation. Like I think for like another week, I really do like it. The question is like, can we just consolidate? You know what I mean? Like when we consolidated back in February, that was beautiful. Like, that was gorgeous.
Nobody thought it was though until after.
What do you? I mean, I'm not like, again. I'm not here to ever say like that I'm right or anything like that. But if you go look from February 16th till about the 22nd, this is the most beautiful price action we're getting. Like, we're sitting at the bottom. If it gets above 6, it's flying. That was the thought process there. Now,
Question is, did you buy?
did I buy? I bought when we got above 6. Right when we got above 6, we bought options,
No,
baby.
no. I got the first time it jumped, or prior to it jumping, when it got above, probably the same exact time. I think I got in a call option at 750. That was on the 23rd of February. We got in and it was an $8 call, and I held it until it jumped up to 1180. I sold it at the open of that jump. Profited pretty nicely on that. It was like I want to say it was like a 5,600% return within a 2-day call. Pretty nice.
I mean, I don't understand the. I guess you can play the stock play on it. I mean, I don't know. If it consolidates, I think the money's definitely at the, the option side. I mean, whatever. I guess I'd rather just risk it and make 5 times my money than make double in the short term. But the process.
People are saying.
What's up?
Go ahead.
I think like the probability of us going to 1,000 or even 100 is really slim personally, but.
Well, in a free market, it could. Open market system, it probably could. But we don't live in one.
That is correct.
Yeah. The SEC and brokerages are going to step in way prior to us going to 1,000. They just would not let that happen.
There's still a lot of calls coming in on AMC, though, which is pretty wild.
Because everybody buys the dip.
I do think, if you're going to be... People are saying when to buy AMC, this is the time when it's getting scary, you know what I mean? That's the time to play it, not buy it on the pumps. That's the bad time to be buying, but and that if you're buying options, the IV is so low right now because the consolidation.
People are saying we need to call out Matt Kors and Andrew to put 20 times into AMC. Do you think they do it?
Matt Kors might. I mean, he honestly might. I mean,
I don't know about Andrew though.
I've seen him lose some money on lives before. I'm like, whew, that sounds painful.
I communicate with Matt on Discord, but he never wants to go live. He's pretty funny. He was all bent out of shape about the Netflix deal. Did you hear that story?
I did not hear it. What was it?
Andrew said that he had got a call from Netflix to do a documentary on GameStop and AMC and stuff like that.
Time out. Andrew Mo?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're continuing, and everybody told Matt, and he's like, "I didn't get a call," and they're like, "Yeah, we know." And he's like,
yeah,
"That's so messed up. Like, I run this community. I started I should be the one on there. I have more followers. I have double the amount of subscribers." I'm like, I'm not arguing with Matt. I think it's 100% true. Matt should be on there, but that's up to Netflix, I guess.
I think it's I don't want to comment on that too much. I don't yeah. I think that I think a lot of people know who are doing a lot of AMC content. They know in the next few months when AMC's done, whether it moons, dumps, everyone gets out of it, when it's old news, whatever, you know what I mean? I think people are coming to the realization that things are going to change and that the viewership, they're not going to make as much money as they're making. I mean, maybe they don't. Maybe they get some crazy knowledge and they start, trading stuff. I don't know. Who knows? But I think that people are trying to capitalize on it. But I think the person that's
for the greater good of the community. Some people know.
Yeah. So I don't know. Are you gonna watch the Jordan Belfort trades thing? I'm kind of interested.
Is that today?
I think it's today. Yeah, he says dropping it today.
Oh. Yeah, a lot of people are bent out of shape about that. I mean, I personally, I wouldn't pay the guy 10 grand.
Again, yeah, I don't want to talk about on your stream too much, but
you can. I don't care. I have literally.
I think it is. if we're talking about retail investors, and that's kind of what this has all been about, and when Robinhood did what they did, we had people, come out and say that they'll short Robinhood and that they're saying it's going to the ground and they don't respect Robinhood and this and that. And, we want to come out and say we're transparent and we care about the community and stuff. And I feel like I get a bad rap of that. I don't care about people and stuff like that. But it's like, I just say stuff in a really brutal way. So I don't really care if you agree with it or not. I'm just you're gonna hear it just in my awful tone. But is Jordan Belfort really the person you want to discuss manipulation with about retail investors and screwing over retail? I'm just saying, like, I'm not like judging the guy, but I think when it comes to the situation, like, we do realize like what Jordan made Jordan Belfort famous, right?
Yeah,
He's
I
not
think
called the Wolf of Wall Street for like a good reason. He's called it for a pretty negative reason. Like would it be cool to do a stream? Yeah.
the movie I think is a lot different than what actually went down, and it kind of idolizes him in the movie. But it's a great movie. It is
That's
an
phenomenal.
amazing movie, one of my favorites. But it idolizes him in a fashion that's not good for a lot of people.
Yeah,
I mean,
it makes him seem like he's kind of a good guy. You know what I mean? Well, like not like he's a good guy, but it makes it like doesn't like put emphasis like when you watch like if you've ever watched The Wizard of Lies going over Bernie Madoff.
yeah,
That like
that really
shows you what it
emphasizes.
really is. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Um,
very similar too. Yeah, to the degree of things.
well, he didn't. That wasn't really. It was high end retail investors that Bernie Madoff was screwing over, but yeah. So
Well, I mean, who knows what Jordan was doing at the end there?
yeah, you're right.
Who
Yeah.
knows how much money? I mean, it just depends. But
He
yeah,
just built his
Bernie was
empire.
like, I have a $300 million minimum,
Yeah. So
which I think was funny. That's gotta be a gut check though. Imagine having that kind of money and you're like, yeah, I want you to manage my money, and it's like, yeah, I don't know, you're a little poor for me.
and it's like to have that much like pride at that level when you're screwing. I don't know. Again, like
Dude,
I'm not perfect at
honestly,
all.
I commend him for doing that. That's difficult to do for the time that he did it. That's difficult. Like, amen to that. Like, yeah, you screwed a bunch of people, but amen to you running that ship for that long, because that's difficult.
Yeah, that is it. When you think about it, it's really crazy that he.
Like, the amount of people that he had, I think that's why he put the $300 million cap, because he could have, billions of dollars, but if he had it from, 1,000 people versus 100 people, it's so much easier to manage 100 people. But yeah, I mean, amen. I think, what did he do it for, like 20 or 30 years?
He did it for
Maybe even
I
40?
don't even know how long. He did it so
Yeah.
long. Didn't I think his son committed suicide over it?
Yeah, and his other son got cancer and died.
Wild.
Yeah.
And they had no idea if you like, man.
Yeah, they had no idea. It's crazy. Amen again for hiding it when they work at your company and they're in your office every day. I mean, amen.
But I'm like, someone's asking about Palantir. Dude, Palantir's a good company. I'm glad some of you guys are covering these companies. Like, thank God. Like,
I've been covering Palantir since November. It was the first stock I think I ever covered. Let me look.
it's a juicy one for sure.
The first stock I ever covered was Neo. I went Neo Plug Riot Ride. Oh no. Nikola. That was when Nikola was dropping.
Nikola, man. Oof. Did you like Nikola?
I liked it in July. Didn't
People made
like
a
it
lot of
in-
money when they changed over. Holy crap! I remember that when they went over from whatever they were before to Nikola. Oof, they went berserk.
Oh, I know. I was part of it.
I was not a part of it. And then I started researching companies. Like, something doesn't seem right here. And then they somehow got like a GM partnership. I was like, what is this crap? How did they get this? How did this happen? It's like maybe I'm wrong. But
they've been covering Palantir since like December, which is pretty great. 11:30. So November 30th. First time I ever covered it. That's when I first started the channel.
that's like when it first. It's near when it IPO'd, I think.
Yeah, I IPO'd in like October or something.
I think like beginning, yeah, October-ish.
Well,
That's
what
insane.
Palantir was a big thing because Andrew Left of Citron shorted it when it hit 33.50 that day.
Hit
No,
that
yeah,
top.
because I had
Wow.
covered it prior. That was November 30th. It hit 33.50, and then he shorted it. He said that this stock's not worth anything more than $20, and it just crashed, absolutely crashed. So I covered it and talked about it, and basically said that I hate Andrew left, and it's good because, but it hasn't really performed. And then Reddit took it to 45, and that was a whole menagerie of things. But I've been in Palantir ever since like $9, so
That Andrew,
yeah.
the GameStop video he did that addressing investors was comical. That was pretty good. That was pretty good. I can't believe he was
The one he
bullish on
did
the
on,
on a stock.
yeah, the one he did on Root was comical. I
The
mean,
he went really far. I think on it. Almost he sounded a little bit like AMC CEO, like their biggest fanboy. And I was like, oh god. But I think, dude, I'm telling you, I have confidence in Root, man. I have. But again, I think if you're playing these plays, like they're a little bit risky. They are risky, but I mean, I think buying the bottom for me, I feel great about it. I
why
don't
are the
mind,
markets crashing right now? Why is Tesla crashing at least?
dude. You're
That's
telling me, dude.
unfortunate.
I've never done that in my life. I had it up in my top right corner of one of my monitors, and I looked, and I think I went to buy another one, and I clicked, and I was like, man, why does he have nothing in this account? I was like, oh, you're kidding me. I sold it. I was so pissed. But I mean, now it's not looking that bad. But then I bought more, so we're fine.
What do you use?
I use E-Trade. I
Nice.
love E-Trade. I actually love it. There's no complaints on it on my end.
Yeah, just go to your account balances and look at, do you option trade on any trade?
Yep. Yep.
Just go look at your commissions real quick.
Don't wanna look at them.
Have you ever looked at them?
I never look at them. I try
They
not
say
to look at.
they say free trading, but I don't know about that one.
I try to do what the AMC community does: close my eyes and scream, and imagine that bad stuff doesn't happen. So, do you think AMC's gonna? What do you think's gonna happen on Monday? Think's gonna happen on Monday? What's your opinion?
Nothing.
Nothing. Just sideways movement,
If
downtrending.
AMC closes above, it needs to close above 10, which I doubt it's going to,
I'd be thoroughly shocked if it did. I think it's a
but it
battle
needs
for
to. That's where all the options are.
man. It's gonna be interesting to see what happens. The movement we got this week was insane. I cannot believe we held below the weekly open at like 10:30. I really thought we were gonna get above it. Thoroughly shocked that we did not, and then we're just continuing this
Yeah.
downward.
Do you think April is going to boom for the market? People are out of this March rut. March has
Um,
been the worst, dude. March has been the worst month for the market in like the past 7 years.
it's funny. SPY did decent actually. SPY compared to Nasdaq did really well. But yeah. So I was super bullish on the market going into March. Then I think I just started over analyzing certain things about some of the SLR and then the government funding and stuff going on like that. That had me concerned. And then so I kind of pulled out all my options or swings that I had. And turns out the market, did well like I thought it would. And I was kind of frustrated. But I do think we have a bounce back in March. I think in April. I think April is going to be a strong month. Personally, going into summer, I think things are just aligned for us to have a strong April and May, to be honest. But we'll see. I think steel, I think oil, lumber, I think they're going to continue all running into the summer. Personally, I mean, we could see. I think what were home sales numbers? I think they went up as well. Jobs went up as well. I couldn't believe when jobs
Dude,
beat.
the housing industry is insane right now.
Yeah, so the house, it's all just continuing to, which doesn't, it's getting scary, but it is what I guess it's.
Why? Yeah, but the thing is, it's not 2008. It's 2008, but it's not. It's
It's a
2007.
I think it's going to be a different type of attack. It's going to be a different type of attack if we have one. It's not going to be the same where, you know, we have banks giving out loans to people that shouldn't deserve them, which is kind of the case because you can have a really bad credit score and get a house. I've seen people with a
Yeah, right now.
575 credit score, but that's absurd. Like a 575, you're buying even if it's $150,000 house. I don't care if you live in a trailer. That's insane that they're loaning you that much money with under 3% down. I'm trying to find this from this
If
morning.
you live in Texas, that's a lot different than up here in Washington.
It is.
Washington is
It is.
insane.
It is. It is.
I know a friend that makes she's a nurse, makes 145 a year. She doesn't have much savings. She got approved for a $760,000 mortgage. Single income, by the way.
Uh,
145,000 a year.
if that doesn't scare you, then I don't know what does, to be honest.
I was like, "You're joking me." She's like, "No, I thought that was pretty cool." I was like, "Yeah, do not buy a house for that much."
She's like, yeah, I got a brand new house. Want to come over?
Yeah, it's like,
Insane.
no, you
I'm trying-
better be shopping less than. Well, by the way, you can't even find a house in Washington for less than 500,000.
Looking at this things, PMI keeps going up, which is really good. That's a good sign for steel if you follow that at all. So PMI, Chicago PMI is going through the roof, and then just the whole PMI is, I think, Pennsylvania. I'm trying to find the jobs numbers. I couldn't believe they beat. I was shooketh. I couldn't believe I was just staring at the numbers. Like, that doesn't even make sense. How do jobs beat right now? I really would have suspected America to ride this a bit more, but they didn't.
Yeah, pretty crazy.
I'm trying to find it.
So in King County, which is Seattle, the median home price increased by 11.25% in the year. The median home price in King County is 745,000.
I think Texas went up like 15%, which it should.
Well,
be
yeah,
more.
everybody's moving to Texas. California's getting toasted too
AMC
because everybody's moving out of California because they don't like the politics.
Yeah, you have so many conspiracy theories down here in Texas. Like, oh, they're gonna change us. I'm like, calm down.
Well, it's just Austin.
Yeah, I
Do you
know,
guys
it's
even
just-
care about Austin?
It's like, yeah, it's just Austin. If you get like a mile outside of Austin, like it's still the same. Like it's like
Yeah,
nothing.
but Austin's always been extremely liberal,
Yeah,
hasn't it?
Yeah,
I mean,
it's been like this for
it's
a
like
long
the
time.
fourth most liberal city in America, I think, under Seattle, Portland, and like Boston or something.
Yeah,
Which is odd.
I agree. Yeah, it's kind of crazy that I wouldn't have suspected it grew this fast. I would have suspected that it started to grow just because Texas, our economy is really good. We do have a really great economy here.
Well, you're business friendly. That's why everybody's moving there.
But
Just wait
yeah,
till they put that Tesla factory outside the Austin airport.
yeah, it's gonna get insane. It's Elon put a thing up. I think it's like a mile. I think not like it's under 10 miles away from the airport. It's insane. It's like so close.
It's just off the freeway, apparently. But it's 500 acres, I think he said. They got the last piece of massive land in Austin, Texas, within the city limits or something.
Oh, look at
I bet they paid a pretty penny for that.
GameStop's
GME's
going
popping up.
in the 195. Got AMC though.
Yikes.
9.6. Hey. It's
Uh,
manipulation, boys. It's manipulation. I'm telling you, I thought GME would have. I mean, if you look at GME's, I think GME's chart looks incredible.
GME's better. Yeah, I told you that 3 days ago, didn't I?
Yeah,
4 days ago,
I
a
was
week
in
ago?
agreement with you. I agree.
Yeah.
But if you say that on a video, I would not say that in an AMC video. You will get unfriendly responses.
That's what kind of sucks, is my channel is kind of more AMC opposed to GameStop.
I think it's every channel. I think that's just the community. I don't know why, but maybe it's because like the whole like everyone in AMC refers themselves as primates.
Primal Apes.
Yeah, so that could just give you a reason why. But
I gotta say though, do you use Webull at all?
I don't. I have some. I get referrals
No.
down to the bottom, but that's it. I don't use it. I just like dump
What do you
those.
make a month from that? Just rough estimate.
I mean nothing. Like, man, maybe like 10 referrals a month. So if you do that, I mean the $30 an average, like $300, maybe. I mean, I don't use it that much. I don't really care about that as like a source of income.
Yeah, I told him no because I didn't like Webull. Now I've been using Webull just because it looks better. The thing is, Thinkorswim TD Ameritrade's like 720p when it goes on stream, and Webull's just, I don't know why, but Webull's better quality. People can't even read the chat on if I use Thinkorswim.
The
So
is that what you're using right now on your stream? Is
Webull, yeah, yeah.
it does look really good. I'd rather just use trading, but yeah, I think people like the Webull layout. I hate it. Like I tried using
Well,
it for like a day and I was like, I just don't like trading on there or anything. I just can't
I'm
stand
not trading on it. Yeah, no. I'm just using it for charting on the stream. But I also have Thinker. I have a couple monitors, so I have Thinkorswim popped up on another chart. But yeah, I also had to cover up the Webull logo. I couldn't have that on my stream. You notice that my logo's up there.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, is this your website or something? I was so confused. I was like, man,
It started as a joke. I was just gonna be like, I launched a new website,
but say
and
this
then
dude built Trading View Part 2.
I know I did build a website. It's pretty nice. I like to think sometimes. Yeah, GameStop's popping off. What do you think it ends? Do you think if it ends 200 plus, that's amazing? Because those call options at 200 are incredible right now. High volume on those.
Man,
So if those get written, I don't think do people understand that's the last day of trading for the week?
I don't think a lot of people understand that. I still have people saying like, "What are you going? What's your big play for Friday?" I'm like, I just don't respond. I can't respond. Like, I just like some of it's aggravating. People get mad.
Do you notice? I didn't know. Like I thought investors, retail investors, were a lot brighter, so to speak. And I know, a lot of it's just ignorance, but I didn't realize just how ignorant some retail investors are. Like when I first got into the market, I studied it for months before even buying my first stock. And my first stock purchase was horrible. But yeah, we'll not talk about that.
I I don't think that you're dealing with. I don't think the word investors are the right word, to be honest. It's more of like I think it's treated as gambling right now, right? I think like people are like going and they're talking. It's like when you talked about Bitcoin for the first time, and everyone was googling it and dumping money into it, and then it dumped from like 20K down to like 5K in like a few weeks.
Yeah.
I think that that's what's going on right now. There's a lot of hype behind it, and it's still going on, which is kind of crazy. But I think it's not treated as like people are looking at value. That's why people are coming in and they say like, oh, it's like a $20 stock minimum, and I'm like, well, not without manipulation and like a squeeze. I don't see that value. I would like to see where you see that value at, and then like, you show them like a chart and like, oh, well, so and so said it was at this price. I'm like, people just like believe what they hear on YouTube, which is like just crazy to me. Like, so if you lose money, it's like you kind of, I guess, I think you deserve it, but it's like you shouldn't
Yeah.
just.
People are sheep.
I can't believe people like aren't like looking into it. Like it's really crazy.
Look at this sell. Do you have level 2?
Not on Trading View, no. That's the only bad part. That's the only bad part.
The level 2 right now, the sell wall is just not moving. It's just flat, the sell wall, and it's just a ton
On GME?
on GameStop. Yeah.
Um, you're gonna probably hear videos about. I mean, I'm not even joking at this point. Like, I wish I was. You're gonna hear a video like going over the sell wall on GME, probably like 200 mil sell wall, why it's manipulation, why we're going to 300 next week.
There was one time where manipulation was actually happening on GameStop, and that's when we went to 325 down to 175.
You're talking about when we went to like this was in March, right?
Yeah, when we had that huge run up those past
Yeah. I
those
was trying.
2 days.
I used you as an example. I was like, dude, Belmont went over this perfectly. Go watch the whatever stream that was. It's like 100%. Like, there's no way if you really believe retail moved us from 120 to 345 and then back down to 175 in a matter of 4 days, you're a madman.
Oh,
And the
dude,
move,
they were losing on their shorts, so they bought in and they pumped it. They 100% they did. Because they got out of their short positions, they knew they was going to spike, so they bought in more, and then they ran it up the upside, and they're like, okay, this is too high, let's go, and they just put it all on the short side. When you're dealing with that amount of capital and you do block trades like that, where you sell whatever amount it is, whether it's 10 million or 100 million dollars worth of, it's going to be somewhere in that range. When you sell those longs and put it straight into shorts within a matter of seconds, it just triggers it, and it's gonna tank. And then you have the retail investors that are gonna be like, oh crap. Then you have the stop losses, all that stuff.
it's and the icing on the cake is, when people start saying what's illegal, what's and how like they're gonna get caught and stuff, and it's like I don't think people
It's
realize
not
that.
illegal.
Yeah, what people don't realize is that there's an SEC that like does this all day long, and they have, you know what I mean? Like they're watching, like 100%. Like if you think that they're not watching, like it's like, what are you talking about? And then people are like, well, no, it's a rigged game, it's this, it's that. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like we realize that like Trey's literally about to have a guy on his channel that got caught by SEC, went to prison for manipulating stocks. Like you know what I mean? Like like they don't like side. They, you know, it's not, that's not
Well, first of all, it's not manipulation because it's not illegal. You know, just because you
exactly,
buy,
yes. A
just because you
shady
buy
movement. Sorry, that's what we should refer to it as shady movement. Or
they know what they're doing. Yeah, it's not illegal. It's not manipulation. They just know what they're doing, and that's why it's not. Yeah. And also, hedge funds. The SEC, no one knows what a hedge fund does, and that's why they're a hedge fund. So yeah, just for you, take anybody for example. If I were to buy one share of GameStop right now, and it got up, and I were to sell one share on the short side, I'm not going to go to prison for that, just because they're doing it with,
a lot
millions of
more.
dollars.
Yep.
Yeah, but oh
It's
well.
yeah, I know. And I think that I'm curious how people do that are making like other content stuff, how they do whenever this ends as well. I'm really curious about how stock YouTube does. I'm curious if it takes a bad hit though. Like if people just like, if let's say theoretically AMC like gets annihilated and hedge funds kill it, and it, you know what I mean? Like let's just say, right? And people believe that manipulation kills the stock. I'm wondering if people will just quit trading stocks, or how many people will just be like, I'm done.
Oh, you know how many people have come into the stock market due to GameStop?
A lot. I would
A ton.
every one of the people in my life, everyone that comes in any life, like if they stay around, it's because of AMC, and then like they just got something out of, you know, not hearing the same BS and craziness over and over. Tyler likes dog. I do like dog. Doge. I don't like Doge. I have no Doge. But
What do you even trade Doge on? That's what I've been questioning.
can you get it on Binance? Some sketchy Chinese exchanges? Those are terrifying to trade on. Or BitMEX. I don't know if you guys know what BitMEX is. Oh my god. The guy went to prison. I didn't realize. Or he got arrested finally.
Uh, that was pretty funny though. That Elon was just doing that to get at the SEC, and it's hilarious. I think he's awesome for it.
I mean, yeah, he can just do like, it's really
Well, it's not
crazy the
it's not
impact.
regulated,
Yeah.
and he can't talk about his own stock, so he talks about that just to be like, yeah, screw you guys. It's hilarious.
Someone said he could buy it on a Robinhood.
I don't think you can. I don't use Robinhood. I got denied by Robinhood.
I do not use Robin. No way.
My
Are you
account
gonna be
my
buying the
account
IPO?
got disapproved. What?
Are you gonna be buying the IPO?
I never buy IPOs.
Would you? Okay. Will you? If let's say Robinhood dumps, would you buy it long term? Would you buy it?
No.
Man,
People would just go to Webull. They don't offer anything greater than anybody else.
I don't, man, I don't know. I think Robinhood's gonna do well. I mean, if you look at their user base, I'm curious what their numbers are like now, because Webull's killing it on the marketing side. But I think the interface on Robinhood is it's just like, it's really crappy, like actual service. That's the problem I think with Robinhood. But like the interface is
Well,
super user friendly. Like, man,
oh, the UI is good, but is that might be a problem. They've already had lawsuits about them being a game, making it gamifying the stock market, which is true. They've been adding technicals to their charting stuff, but I mean, it's kind of like that. It's kind of like the training wheels before you move on. It's kind of like where everybody lands and then they go somewhere else from there. I feel like everybody starts off at Robinhood and then they realize it's garbage, and then they go to Thinkorswim or they go to, you know, Webull or whatever it may be. I think a lot of that's happening right now. I don't know. I've never used Robinhood because again, they didn't approve my account, but that's a whole nother story.
someone just said that you can buy stake on Doge, but you don't actually own the Doge. So it sounds like just basic. I guess no one really ever wants to own the Doge. Like, but if you have like one of the exchanges, like Binance, I know for a fact you can get Doge on. You actually own it there, but you're gonna have to go through a whole process for that.
Hmm.
But yeah, I don't know who would want to actually own Doge. Maybe you want to. I don't know. It's kind of weird thing to want to
Not
own.
anymore. I made a couple trades on some cryptos. One was Nano. It's called
Yeah,
Nano Crypto.
yeah, I remember them a while back. They were supposed to do a deal with Twitch, and I feel like they all supposed to do deals, and they just never happen.
I didn't know what they were doing. I saw them running up, and I was like, oh, this is like a buck. I'll just throw like, kind of a YOLO play because I was like, I don't know what crypto is. I just didn't. I just bought. Well, it was in December. Yeah, it was December. I had bought Bitcoin just because I wanted to have diversification in my portfolio. So I bought 2 shares of Bitcoin, 2 Bitcoin, some Ethereum, and then this Nano just popped up. And the reason it popped up is because I found it on StockTwits, and I was like, "What is this?" Because I thought it was Nano Dimension at first, and I was like, "What is this?" And then I looked at it and I looked into it, and it just had like some great continuation. So I was like, "Okay, whatever." And then got at like $1.12 or something. Ended up selling it like 4.10 within like 24 hours, I think. 2 days maybe,
Yeah,
24 hours.
those cryptos go
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, it was funny. I didn't know. I sold it. I never researched it, but well, made money and got out. Put it into Tesla.
Someone's asking. This is actually a good question. I kind of like Viacom. What do you think about Viacom versus Discovery? Do you think anything of this? Do you think they'll bounce back? I think Viacom's a
And
better
did
play.
Discovery already bounce back?
Discovery Class B stock, which shows some super sketchy behavior. So Class A stock, no. So ticker symbol Disc B went full YOLO, and then Disc A is staying sideways. That's the one that crashed. Disc A is the one that crashed. I think they both look really good. Discovery will probably bounce back to like 53, give or take. I think they both will bounce, especially if the market can hold up. But we'll see.
Maybe. That margin call is insane. Who gave that guy 30 billion, by the way, in margin? You know that he was arrested for securities fraud
Dude,
and put in prison?
I don't know how these people. I'm curious what's the process of getting some of this money for some people, and what's the qualifications like to say, oh yeah, you're good, even though you broke the law like this. I mean, personally, that's a major red flag if you have, one of those issues on you. But whatever.
Well, it's all about who you know, not what you know.
I'm just saying I wouldn't want to loan my money out, even if they were my best friend. I would be like,
That's not how business works
yeah,
in New York, though.
that is crazy, man. Wow,
I
Viacom is
mean,
decent.
yeah. And Sizen got killed from it. There's reporting like maybe $1 billion in losses from that. Like, dude,
It has so much money. Oof.
how?
He was like, "His stock's definitely going down, man. Definitely."
It's hilarious. I don't know.
Man, what was I gonna say? Yeah, do you think indexes are gonna close strong? I think they're closing there. I mean, they're sitting at 13.3. I can't believe we're holding this right now. To be honest, this 13.3 range, absolutely incredible that we just kind of trended up here all day long. It's a pretty big
On
resistance.
Nasdaq,
Yeah, the Nasdaq and SPY sitting at almost 400, which is really nice.
think we ever get back to 14.
On the Nasdaq, yeah.
Yeah.
Man,
By end of April.
oh man, that'd be a really strong month. I'm
Five and a
curious
half
how,
percent.
huh?
5.5%. Not that. Not
It's not
crazy.
massive, but it would just be. I think if it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen quick. I don't think it's gonna be like a little trend. You know what I mean? Because if you think about it, we've been kind of consolidating for a month and a half, give or take, right? In this like 13.2 all the way down to like 12.6 range, 12.7 more or less. I think it's possible we break that high to be if we get back up to that range. Let's say we for instance go up to like 13.7, 13.8, or 13, yeah, like 13.6, 13.7. I think we'll end up breaking that local high and claiming that 14 personally. But if we're gonna get rejected, it's gonna happen sooner than later, in my opinion. So see, we start to run up now and we kind of break it later, or you know what I mean. So I don't think it's gonna be a
Yeah.
stagnant month. We had 3 stagnant months in a row if you really look at it. Well, ending the month at the same range. So that's pretty. I think it's gonna be a strong month. That was the original viewpoint of mine, and I think I'm gonna stick to the thesis of us having a really great April moving into May.
Possibly, yeah. I think we should. I mean, unless the U.S. dollar crashes, which it could. Inflation might spike in April. That's what J Powell's saying. So we'll see.
J Powell does not stop talking. That man, he needs to learn to just stop talking for a little bit. Nonstop.
He can't.
Gosh, man. But he's like a pretty big cheerleader for the stock market right now, which is pretty good. Like, I haven't heard him this.
I'll tell you what, I made a ton of money on that gold. I told you about that gold position, didn't I?
Yeah.
100 times leverage.
that is it. Yeah, gold went berserk.
Yeah.
FNB's breaking back up. Franco, Nevada. Oh, man. I'm curious. Is Dow was down a little bit earlier last night? No, not last night. Let me look at the time frame. It kind of slow start. Dow's ripping. Man, everything's just ripping. It's kind of crazy. A lot and more YouTubers also thought the market was going to crash going into April. But
I wouldn't use YouTubers as my source of information.
I know.
Honestly, I hate them in the group now. Because I was just like,
it's a dark path to be on. You know, it's a weird company.
Look at AMC. God, it hit its bottom. Or it'll drop below its daily low, actually.
It's sitting at like right at the support for me, like that 9.5, 9.6 range. 9.4 is like that hard support you don't want to see a break. But consolidation, if it holds down here for a little bit, I mean, that could be really good. It's just like, will it hold? It's a $1 million question, I think.
9.4 being the bottom?
I'll send you a picture on Discord.
I was looking at 9.75 and it broke today. That's what was bad for me.
So if you go on your chart back to March 1st, give or take, right? Use March 1st for a good example. And let's say you just put a trend line on 9.45. Before we get that next break up back above 9.4 on March 8th, right? We hit that range like 3 times. So that 9.4 is a pretty big area for me. Now it goes up to like 9.5 to 9.45, but that range right there looks really strong for me personally. So that's the area I've been watching. Because once we reclaimed it, that was the area for me. Once we got above, I thought we were going to make the next run up to like 14. And then we literally touched 14.5, which is funny that that's like where we touched. And then we came plummeting down.
I don't know. We'll see. It's kind of just that. I think AMC should just be sticking back your portfolio, stop watching YouTubers, and
I 110,000%. If you believe it's gonna squeeze, you're just hurting yourself by watching YouTube, because honestly, it's gonna hurt your mental state. Like I would set an alert to let me know when it hits, above 14 or hits below $7, and whatever happens, you find out, I guess, later. But you should be willing to lose your money if it's in AMC. That's my thesis behind that. It should not be serious money.
AMC should be like a scratch ticket. Yeah, it's 100% in, or you're not in at all.
If you're into betting, you should just not bet for a few months. Put that money on the side, put it in AMC. That should be your mentality. But
yeah, I mean, the stock market's pretty much betting right now. Especially options trading has got really popular recently. Mostly driven by YouTubers, I think, and it's bad because a lot of people. That's option trading. When you don't know what options trading is 100% gambling. Especially when you're just buying basic calls and puts.
Yeah, because you have people coming in. You have people coming in stream saying, they're mad because you didn't hold your AMC option till expiration. I'm like, I will never hold an option till expiration, like ever. If I hold an option till expiration, I must have forgot about it. Something bad must have happened.
Oh, by the way, I forgot about a SPY call I bought in my portfolio yesterday. I don't know, it got sunk to the bottom. I just totally forgot I bought it.
And it just went up. Beautiful.
Oh
gosh.
It was beautiful. It was meant to be a scalp and I lost on it. It was all bent out of shape, so I just put my phone down. Because I bought it on my E-Trade on my phone, and I was using Thinkorswim and a whole menagerie of things. So I just put my phone down. I was all bent out of shape. I went and made a cup of coffee or something. I just forgot to check it. And I was like, I don't know what I did. I think that I had bought one on Thinkorswim. I had bought one on E-Trade. and I sold the one on Thinkorswim, but not the one on E-Trade. I think that's what happened. But anyway, it went up like 250%. It was pretty nice.
That is, I mean, I've had that. I've actually had that happen. You just forget about it. I mean, it's a pleasant feeling. And then I've also had them where I forgot that I was down. I'm like, oh, Jesus.
You know the worst feeling in the world?
Go on. Let's hear. Let's hear the worst. I've had some bad ones today.
I used to buy iron condors, or was I selling them or buying them? Either way, I was doing whatever. And it was on SPY, iron condors on SPY. And they were so tight. I would keep them so tight. Like there could not be a 50-cent fluctuation in SPY. Like there could not be anything. And I was doing this. I don't know why I was doing this. I was doing this in late October, early November, prior to the election. And
yeah,
and something happened. I don't know what the news was, but I woke up in the middle of the night and I was like, I check futures markets like just all the time. And especially when I was doing this because SPY futures were so important to me. I was like, had so much money on the line on these. And SPY had tanked after hours in futures. And I was like, you got to be kidding me. Got to be kidding me. And I think I went like a bullish slide on this iron condor because I thought the markets were going to go up just a slight bit. And anyway, so I had to sit there and stare at my phone knowing that I couldn't sell it, knowing that I couldn't do anything, and looking at the futures market just crash. I was so bad out of shape. Anyway, it was worthless the next day.
That is like when you see your stock just dropping in the after hours, when it's on options too. Oh man. Whew. I had a friend who had some AMC and it was dropping. He's like, I'm trying to get out of it. And I was like, dude, you can't exit in options. What do you mean? He's like, what do you mean? I trade all the time in after. I was like, not anymore. You don't. you don't trade options in the after. He's like, that is stupid. I was like, oh yeah, tough luck, man.
That's tough. I had a friend when Apple had their earnings in, was it November? I think it was November. Maybe it was the October ones. Can't remember. Let me look at the chart real quick. It was when they went to 109 a share. Back in... Yeah. It was the 29th of October. I had a friend who was he thought Apple was so low. It was at like 116 or something. And he was like, this thing's going to 121 after earnings. And they just got absolutely wrecked on their earnings. And he's like, he had bought just naked call. He just bought calls.
Then
nothing else, just calls. What was that?
Is that October?
Yeah, October 29th.
It's weird that they went down. I thought they did good on their earnings. I remember that. I remember when it happened. I remember when it happened.
Yeah, it slid for like 2 days.
It didn't make any sense because they did so well on their pre-sales and stuff. I remember.
Yeah, their iPhone 12 stuff. Yeah.
But go on.
And yeah, he called me up. He's like, dude, Apple tanked. I was like, I know. I'm watching it right now. He's like, how do I sell this thing? He's like, good luck. You can't. He's like, what do you mean? I'm like, you can't sell it. You can't sell it. It's after hours. You can't sell options after hours. You can't buy options after hours. He's like, are you kidding me? Why didn't you tell me that? I was like, you're the one that wanted to do it, man. I had got him into trading, so that's why he was bent out of shape at me.
I think
it's the dumbest thing ever.
Yeah, when people don't understand, yeah, they kind of just like they kind of see the profits and like, okay, I'm getting in, and then they get
it. I also told him never buy options prior to earnings because you'll get IV crush. That's exactly what he did.
If I'm ever trading earnings, it's trading up to earnings and I sell before them. That's if I'm ever doing it. I never hold past earnings. That's a scary thing to do.
Yeah, like the 2 days. It depends on when earnings is, but like 2 days after, you'll just get IV crushed, especially if you're trading short-term stuff. You'll just get smoked on it.
Man, everyone on my stream's asking about Discord. I mean, not Discord, AMC. They're saying what's happening. GME's going up, AMC's going down. I don't know if people. I guess people are at work, so I guess they don't know about the whole, the CEO talking. Oh, yeah. I'm curious before I hop off. So why do you think the dilution is good? I'm just curious. I'm not gonna troll. I'm gonna listen.
I just think it puts them in a better financial position too. to have cash on hand rather than going bankrupt. Pull it out of the stock now, rather than when it's at $4 a share, if it is. You know,
Okay, I see that point, but do you think they might be doing it because they don't want to sell the company? Do you think like it's possibly a
when were
reason?
they ever going to sell the company?
Well, because there's a lot of it's dropping.
Look at that.
Oh yeah, I'm watching that. Oh god, that's funny.
That
That's funny. As we say the
level
word "sell
two,
the
just,
company," it drops down.
you're manipulating the stock, Tyler.
Yeah, I know they're gonna like. Someone goes for your chat. People saying is dilution good? No, I think they're being sarcastic, but no. Will they? Well, Patty, I'm talking. Well, both of our streams. They're asking. The CEO went on CNBC and asked the investors just to pass it. So that's the answer to your question. So I don't know. Well, I think YouTube's gonna tell people not to pass it, but then that might lead to bigger problems, you know.
I think it's
But
good. It's a perfect time to do it.
for
Their stock's not at a high and it's not at a low and it's not high volume. It's just perfect time.
if okay, so I guess
They need the cash though, Tyler. They need the cash.
I agree. I agree.
And if
They
they're
need
cash rich, then that means they don't go bankrupt. They don't have debt. It means they don't go bankrupt.
but do you think that they survive if they take it? Do you think?
Yeah, dilution is not. The market will not care about dilution in 2 weeks. It's going to be, what? Maybe a buck a share. Oh well.
You're actually probably right. It probably won't. So I don't think the market will care. What I'm saying is, up until that point, I think it's gonna hurt. Man, I think it hurts AMC to the point where it shows they just kind of keep sticking band-aids on bullet wounds of the company. But I guess if you're a long-termer on AMC and you think that they're gonna pull out of this positively, I don't know.
Well, if they would erase their debt by pulling cash out of the stock, then do it all day.
Man, yeah,
All day.
yeah, they have.
Look at Nano Dimension, for example. Go look NNDM stock.
Dude, I know.
And go look at their January. They did I think
crap.
5 or 6 direct offerings.
They did more
within a
direct
month.
offerings than I can imagine. Talk about.
And their stock is fine. Their stock was fine after. And now they have 2.2 billion in net cash holdings, and they're looking to acquire companies.
I think I bought it at $12. God dang it. And then they came out with the announcements, guys. Just so you know, we're gonna have about 7 direct offerings. Just prepare for the oh my god, mother. Like you're kidding me.
Well, they did 5 direct offerings, and then they capped
let everyone
it,
know.
and they did a shelf offering. They did a vote on a shelf offering, and it was like, oh my god, how much more money are they going to pull out of this thing? But it does. It's not. Dilution is such a. I think it's a. It's not a worrisome topic.
But I think this brings up a good possibility for AMC that also no one's really talking about. And I think this is like the benefits of doing live streams and bouncing good ideas off each other. So I think that let's say they do the dilution and it works out, they do it, yada yada yada, we start dumping. If I guess holders don't, sell out. I mean, this honestly could increase the possibility of a potential squeeze, in theory. Now that I'm thinking about it, so let's say it only drops like $1. Best case scenario, right? Let's say it's at $9 when they do it, and it drops down to $8. I think it's kind of like best case scenario, to be honest, if it passes.
Well, the thing it won't drop when they do it because the market's pricing it as we speak.
I think we say that. I think we say it's priced in. I don't know. The vote's not until May 1st, right?
I think so.
So
but the only reason that things drop on announcements of direct offerings or offerings in general is that it's a surprise to the market. People flip out.
I think this will be a surprise if we vote yes. I think
Not if the CEO comes out today and says vote yes, and everybody's pricing it right now as we speak.
In theory, okay, but let's say that. Okay, but let's say that, for instance, let's say I have 300K subs on my YouTube, and I'm telling everyone to vote no on it. Okay, and then somehow it wins, which I mean let's be real, stock market's manipulated. We know this. We can't really expect anything that's going to happen. With this especially, you don't know what's going to happen. So let's say they come out and everyone on YouTube is telling everyone, do not do it, vote no, vote no, vote no, and it comes on May 1st that it passed. Would it then be a surprise? I mean, it would be, right? I mean, we have to agree. Maybe not as on the, on the large scale high end investor level wouldn't be a surprise, but for your normal everyday investor, it would be definitely be a surprise.
I don't think it's going to be a surprise. It might drive the price down just because it's fear mongering, but it shouldn't be a surprise. Buy it on the after direct offerings.
I think that's the problem though, is that we're trying to use logic with it. You know what I mean? We're trying to say it shouldn't be, but then turns out, it's, what we don't think is gonna happen happens. So, man, I don't know. I think it's impossible to predict where it's gonna go. But
so, what about in the case that it doesn't pass? Then it goes to the moon? I don't think so. I don't think people understand it enough.
I don't think people understand it either. I don't think people. I think they're in a really sticky position. And I don't think I thought about it this way until we just started talking about it, because I think they can only survive until like the end of the year or something like that. But
not with an offering. If they have cash, they'll survive.
They'll survive. Yes, but I think it closes. I think it closes the door for a potential buyout, which I think that's another big hope for people, is that they get acquired.
I wouldn't want them to get acquired. Their stock will just turn into Workhorse, or not Workhorse.
I'm curious.
What's the company?
Work. I think it's Work. Slack.
Yeah, Work. Slack. Yeah, look at Slack. Their stock was amazing, and then they got acquired, and now it's garbage. No one trades Slack anymore.
Oh no, of course you don't. You don't touch that crap. But it rocketed. It rocketed.
That was an amazing stock.
It had great movement. But isn't this what everyone wants? Doesn't everyone want the rocket ship? It doubled almost in value. I mean, not doubled it. 24 all the way to about 43 in 2 days. No, not 2 days. Sorry,
but that's based on the valuation of the acquisition.
You are.
So if someone comes in and says we're buying AMC at $5 a share, then it's CCIV 2.0.
I think that's a little different. I think that's a little different because of how. I think that's a little bit. This is a really good little thought process we have going on. Wow, man, you're just making it sound terrible for AMC all the way around, in my opinion.
I think they'll survive. I think a direct offering is the best thing they can do. I told them that they did. I said when they did their earnings call a few weeks ago, I said that they need to pull money out of this stock. They need to.
For long-term success, yes, they're gonna have to. There's no survivability of the company if they don't. And then also, I don't think no one's gonna. They should be
debt-free, shouldn't they? If they pulled money out, they should be debt-free.
I mean, 500
with a cash position.
I mean, if you're looking at how much that is, that's a lot of money. So that's a lot.
It'd be like $5 billion.
Yeah, it's close to like 4.5, I think, at like $9. I think it's like that. So that's insane. That's a lot of money. But man, that just makes me to believe that there won't be a short squeeze at that point.
Why? Because then the shorts have to cover all that.
It'll take a long time, in my opinion. It'll take a long time for a short squeeze to occur if this all plays out. Maybe it happens down the road, but it won't be even like a summer thing at that point. In my opinion, it would take you know what I mean? They would have to start refilling, and they do honestly like YouTubers could stay on AMC for the next 6 months.
Yeah, that would erase their debt. They're at $5.12 billion in debt right now.
And that would eliminate. That would
eliminate their debt, which means that they can't go bankrupt, basically, unless they just go deeper into debt.
What a crazy way to survive! Like, what a crazy way for them to survive as a company through COVID.
That's what you do.
I know.
It's not their fault that their company went downhill.
Been going down, but yeah. Wow, this is interesting. I mean, they could make.
But honestly, I think that it could be good for them because people have got so used to streaming service that people want to get out. It's kind of like restaurants, so to speak. Maybe more up here opposed to Texas, but movies are big. especially in Washington. Movies are huge in Washington,
Um,
the West Coast, because you can't do anything in the winter.
man, this is another hard conversation to have. I think that I think the there's a shift in movie theaters. I think it's more of a premium than it's ever been before. In my opinion, I think it's just like a big premium service now.
You think it's more um, kind of like a treat, so to speak, if you will?
Yeah, yeah. Like it's like you can now watch your movie without going to the movies. Majority of movies now, right?
Yeah,
Um,
but it's more convenient streaming is, but it's not the same thing.
and I think society's gotten very lazy, very lazy.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We'll see.
We'll see. It's dependent on the movies that come out as well, depending if you can. I mean, we got what Top Gun 2 on July 4th. That's
Bro, Iceman,
AMC
baby.
only.
IMC, there we go. It's gonna be beautiful. It's only in AMC?
Well, it's only in movie theaters. It's not gonna
Oh,
be on streaming.
I was say, can they even do that? But I was like, that's. I mean that.
I mean, they could. It wouldn't
Man,
make sense for the producer probably, for the whatever. Yeah,
that's gonna be the
but
movie of the year,
probably
man.
could.
Top Gun 2. I've been waiting.
Well, they were
I,
supposed to release it July 4th of last year, and then they said, yeah, no.
freaking Iceman. That's the real hero America needs.
Uh,
Some people don't even know who Iceman is in here. Someone said.
there's some good movies coming out. AMC's coming back though. They'll be fine. They'll go to 961 close probably.
I think
Got
people.
2 hours left.
I don't know. We'll see. What's it at right now? 9:51. Oh my god, that is. It came down and touched like 9:45.
Yeah.
We'll see. But I mean, I think it'll hold that area. I mean, it doesn't look like we're getting 10. If we get $10, y'all better all pray before you go to sleep tonight because y'all better be thanking the Lord. This thing holds $10. There's no. That's crazy if it holds $10. I don't see. I mean, that'd be insane. I want to look at. I've been dying to watch other YouTubers today, just to see what they're saying.
They don't really talk about much anymore. They just kind of go on tangents now.
Well, welcome to the club. I'm Professor Tangent, but I'm mainly going on tangents about these other people. 'Cause people come in asking these questions, like, what are we talking about? Like, what?
Sometimes, yeah.
They come in asking crazy questions, like, did you hear about the dark pool? I'm like, that thing that's been around for the past 20 years? What are you talking about? It's like, what are we discussing? I don't know. And like, man, the short laddering. Never seen nothing like this before. I'm like,
Dude, short ladder. I bet short ladder attack was the #1 commented thing on YouTube in the month of, in the month of probably in the week of February 1st through 7th. I
Just-
bet that was the #1 thing commented on
just
YouTube.
madness, man. Just absolute crazy. I was like, what are we talking about? Something about PaySafe. Dude, what happened? Did you see what happened with PaySafe yesterday when they switched over from BFT to PSFE? You couldn't trade them on like a whole bunch. There's so many. I've never seen a SPAC have that many problems. It was kind of scary.
What's their new ticker?
PSFE.
No,
But like
did they not
they were,
switch it right?
I had no idea what they did, but they were dropping hard because no one could buy. Like, people on Webull were like, "What happened to my stock?" I'm like, "You should be
Well,
fine."
Webull doesn't know how to do that. Webull just doesn't know how to. They just can't.
Everyone in my chat,
That's
AMC
why
is a
that's
dumpster.
if you, is your channel the anti AMC now?
They are it's not anti, and so I don't know why that I get that perception because I try to make it. I draw pictures now in videos. Like I'm trying to make it as like perfectly clear
Childish.
as possible. Like I'm like, do I need to simplify it? Like what do I need to do for you guys? So because there's still like 100% like the possibility of AMC going up. But it's like, you know, my money in there, I'm okay losing it. You know what I mean? It's like if I lose it, it's like whatever. I lost some beer money. Like that's what I lost. Nothing serious at all.
Yeah, but these guys aren't trading with beer money. They're
That's
putting
what
like 10
that's what
grand
I'm
into it.
saying. So it's like And then if you post like, hey, by the way, I have to like say it like super like I'm talking to my son. I'm like, by the way, buddies, like if we start to drop, this is where we could go. Like, Tyler, you need to get that bottom part off the. There's we can't go down. I'm like, oh, okay, what are we talking? This is craziness. Like, so I don't know, but so it's having a, I think having a realistic point of view or like the potential downside makes people like, you know, crazy. Like they just like don't know what to do with. So I get perceived as a guy that hates AMC. But and then when I showed the past like 7 years, that was a mistake because they did not like that chart at all.
When I went on with Matt and Andrew on GameStop earnings, God, people hated me. Oh man, it was hilarious
I
because I
can't
was
believe you have
just
50K
track.
subs. I can't believe you have 50K subs after that. Dude, when I made a bad video, I lost 1,000 subs. I was like, dude, this is insane. This is
A
wow.
bad video. I wasn't shilling on it. I was just saying that this thing's gonna tank tomorrow because the market is gonna overreact to this because the headlines everywhere are gonna be GameStop misses on earnings, the stock is blah blah blah, retail's gonna flip out. That's exactly what it did, and then it popped the next day. But yeah, that their chats were just not happy. They're like Belmont. No, I also started bringing up some like in-depth terms on like options trading and net deltas and beta and all these different things. And I went even more in depth about that on their earnings analysis. And they're like, he knows too much. He must work for a hedge fund. uh,
Yeah, they're yeah, and then they start making crazy stuff. That's the crazy. They start making stuff up. I'm like, oh my god, what are we talking about? Like, what I just have to stop talking about it, or like, I just I can't handle it to be honest. Like, whatever. You still have 2 hours so close. I can't believe it seems like a really long day.
you go live all day?
No, no, I can't do that.
Okay.
I mentally like I would lose my mind doing that. Also too, I like try to make like good content. I'm about to hop off. I'm pretty tired, but I try to make videos going over like stocks I like. You know what I mean? Like and in depth. And I don't like to. I think it's like kind of cheap to. I'm not like judging anyone for doing it. Like whatever. Like I mean, these people like you gotta make your money. Whatever. Like if you're streaming all day, I probably would do it too. But like record a video inside of a stream, I'm not gonna do that. You know what I mean? Like yeah, it's not.
I know exactly who you're talking about.
I'm not like
By the
talking
way,
trash. It's just like you know like whatever. Like that's your business. Whatever you're doing. But like
it's kind of
um
odd to me. Yeah. Like, dude, it's like 8 minutes. Just go do it after.
and then like yeah like if I have to like cut it and like I usually chop it up and edit some parts of it out and stuff. So I don't know. It's but yeah, so I don't do that. No.
By the way, the guy that you're talking about that does that, I don't think he knows anything about the stock market.
The data scientist?
I'm not going to name names, Tyler.
It's okay. I don't care. They all know. I think they all I got like shunned from them. I think. It's okay. Cuz
Well, I've
eventually this is going to happen. And like I don't recommend like if you have like a large following like just speak the truth and keep the I mean you can keep your opinion to yourself, but like I think that's like who I am though, and that's somewhat why people follow me now is because they're going to come to the channel and get just like the crazy
dude, I'm pretty straightforward. People think I'm a
unfiltered.
prick, but it's just the way it is. The
Uh
the market is not a happy place sometimes.
I have a friend that he'll pop in and out just like trolling on my stream. We're good friends in real life, and he is the biggest hater of him. He cannot stand the guy. Like he is like because we both went to school. He went to a different one, but he came back and he just graduated this past semester, and he was like he's got like his finance degree and stuff. He's like, what the hell is this guy talking about? He's like, he's like, this is nuts. I'm like, Kyle, it's okay. It's you know what we're doing. You know what I'm dealing with on a daily basis. But it's it is something.
Well, I had a 2 hour or probably 2.5 hour conversation with the guy that we're talking about, and I was a little concerned for the well being of yeah. I don't know.
Yeah,
Oh
it's
well.
I'm gonna start putting I'm trying to think of something I can put in my
I'm
stream.
just trying to be honest with the YouTube community because I mean, I'm not a complete expert on all this stuff, but I feel like I know a little bit to have a platform.
100%. You know what I mean? I never claim to know any. If I mess up on a video, I will post a video following up saying I was wrong. I made a mistake. This is what I said that was wrong. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna get paid to make that video anyways. So it's like, why not? Like, you know what I mean? Like, either
Yeah, I
way.
guess.
So it's like to me, like it doesn't like really hurt. And typically, if I make a video saying that I'm wrong, I'm gonna get paid. I'm gonna get more subscribers from that video, just statistically speaking. The videos that hurt me the most are when I'm bearish on a stock. Like SOS, I lost a few. Like I think I lost 100 subs because I made the video, which I'm like, I don't really care because they're not long term gonna be the ones that make me money anyways. But it's like, you know, whatever. But I
Yeah.
think you'll get a lot further being honest because eventually, like, you know, like we were saying, like this is gonna end. The AMC crap's gonna end. Like, and you know, if you look at like these people that are actually have successful channels where they don't have to talk about AMC, and like I'm not like, I mean, I can say it, like my channel isn't there yet. You know what I mean? Like I'm not gonna, I'll get a few thousand views a day if I talk about other stocks, but like I'm not gonna make decent money or a good bit, little chunk of change from like from YouTube unless you're talking about like AMC and GameStop right now. But like Dead
Well,
Inside and these other videos,
my
like
primary source of income is not YouTube, and I
yeah,
really do not care about
exactly.
whatever I make on YouTube because I trade stocks. That's how I make money. So, you know, that's the thing is like I, you know, historically, I told people not to donate. I hate donations on my live streams. We're doing the 20x thing right now. That's a little bit different, but I literally don't like donations. I don't like how people run their streams with just answering donation questions. I try and answer each and every one of my chats, but yeah, I don't know. It's gonna be interesting in a couple months. We'll see who comes out ahead and who doesn't.
Yeah, it's gonna be. I mean, but then again, I mean, these people have like 100K subs. So, I mean, if they don't do well, it's kind of crazy if you think about it. Like, how the hell do you not do well with 100K subs at that point? I'm like, I mean, dude, you gotta be pulling some type of viewership. But I
Yeah.
love everyone says people's names in the chat. But they like go. I like having like I want my Discord and my followers to be just like animals though. Like I want them to troll people, to be honest. I like getting trolled. Like if you're gonna troll, like have like some type of like, you know, backing up to it. But I want to have a group of just animals, to be honest. I know it sounds bad, but
By the way, the video, the April Fool's video, 151 likes, 90 dislikes.
I'm telling you, no. And when I listened to the end of the video, I was like, was this dude actually joking or was he being serious? I was really thinking,
That's what everybody's
I
commenting.
was like, bro, I can't
dude,
tell.
that
Like,
did not sound like a joke.
yeah, because the end of it, you said the April Fools, and you're like, April Fools, see you later. I was like, you did not sound, Richard. You did not answer. I was like, you did not sound like a joke at all. I was like, man, you're gonna get toasted for this one. Let's read the comments on this video really quick. Let's read it before I hop off. I'm about to hop off.
On my video?
Yeah. Did you get any bad? You haven't got any bad ones?
No, I mean, there's a few funny ones. But
Man,
here,
I
I'll read
live
you
I
one.
live for bad comments, to be honest.
I'll read you one right now. This guy, wait, he edited it. I don't know if he actually. Okay, well, just read it. I read it right when he posted it. He's like, "You're so out of the loop. People are dying to hit the movies after COVID and enjoy themselves, especially when Hollywood starts pumping out blockbusters. The movie theater is where people go for first dates and where you can take the kids on a Friday night with the whole family. The experience one has the movie theater watching some big time action movie or something is similar to one of a kind and cannot be replicated by the average person. Movie theater popcorn is one of a kind, which cannot be replicated. The smells, the ambiance is all part of the movie theater experience. Sneaking in candy is literally a rite of passage growing up as a youth. People who haven't been, oh my God, he added more. This is like an essay.
Oh,
People,
dude,
okay.
he added more.
Dude, it ended right there. That's why I was like, and he added another paragraph. But anyway, he's like, you're.
I think I'm gonna do one. I think I'm gonna do one, but it's gonna be the opposite of yours. I'm gonna
You're
go.
gonna be like AMC's going to
I'm like,
1,000.
guys, this is it. The hedgies are setting us up. The manipulation's mounting. We have the triple SSR dark pool coming in, making up just all. I guarantee.
Just start making up random words. Like
we're gonna
put,
do that. I'm gonna
just
hop
do
on
like a
right now.
random
We're gonna
stock
do that.
word generator, and then like do the, like we were talking about in the stream. Well, the reason I did it because my stream last night told me to, and they agreed on shorting AMC.
Oh man, this is gonna be good. I think I'm gonna get more hate than I've ever gotten in a video. We'll see what happens.
No, I think you're gonna get a lot of love. They're gonna be like, "Oh my god, this guy's amazing, smartest guy I've ever heard."
Man, I'm gonna put every influencer on the picture too, all their faces on it. I'm like, everyone, we just collabed. We were talking last night, man. We knew this was coming. It was in all of
Don't get sued.
our multi. I wonder if that could happen. We'll see what happens. Oh man, this is good. You gave me something to do for the next 2 hours. Good stream,
All right,
though. I gotta go.
I'll watch it when it's posted. You better post it before 1 o'clock.
This is gonna be before. Man. That'd be
Oh
2 hours.
well.
Ooh, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe
4 o'clock
4,
Eastern.
4:30. All right, man. Have a good one.
Adios, man.
All right, boys. That's what we're doing right now. I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna make that video ASAP. We're gonna make the most bullish video possible for April Fools. Just so you know, I'm not dumping money in. But honestly, though, looking at AMC, if this consolidation happens down here at this level, I love it. If we can consolidate at this $9 level, I need to look more into what he was saying. But honestly, Belmont, that's why I love that. I do like Belmont. Like, that perspective was what live stream should be about, and change and talking about AMC long-term, long longevity of it. That makes sense. What he was saying, that they could survive. It's going to drag out longer, though. The possible short squeeze or whatever, it's going to drag out. But what could happen is it gives them a chance to survive longer, for those shorts to like keep stacking up. That'll be big. That'll be big. That'll be big. This is good. This is good. I'm gonna say this is the best. I don't want to ruin it for you guys. I'm gonna make it right now. I need to put something else on, because I know people are like, he's wearing a hoodie. Oh my god, he's 20 years old, has a college education, and he has a hoodie on. I can't trust the guy. Bunch of idiots. I wonder if I'll get in trouble though mentioning other people. Maybe I'll just get demonetized. I don't know. I wonder if I will. Knowing the history is the beginning of the stock market. All right, this is gonna be good. This is gonna be good. This is gonna be good. This is gonna be. I'm really excited. I have about an hour to make this video to get my son a little bit. I'm very excited about this. I'm gonna do it right now. All right, guys, I'll be back. You don't have to mention by name. We'll know who you're talking about. No, I'm gonna have pictures. I'm gonna crop their faces in. 100%. 100%. I am. This is gonna be good. I mean, I'm gonna lose some subs though. I'm gonna lose subs for sure. But you know what? The channel's not about getting subs. Someone was like, Tyler, you're gonna cry if you lose all your subs. If we're being real, I don't make that much money at all from YouTube. It's okay. I make decent money. It's really not that big of a deal. So, I think people are. I would rather be known as a real guy that gives my honest opinion about people, honest opinion about manipulation, my honest opinion about stocks, than hyping anything up. That's not who I am. But let's go. I'm gonna get off. Have a good one, boys. Let's get this done.